Hello, this is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. Today I'm doing an unboxing from Adventures with Victoria. Such a cute little box. Victoria auctions 5 nights a week with Nana Tink's, Brenda from Absolutely Fabulous, DeeDee, Marion Hilton, and Jomouse are the regulars on the channel. So here we go. Thank you for your order, Victoria. Victoria is selling pretzels now, and I did order a small sample of the pretzels, well, like a 4-ounce bag, and they're delicious. But Marty can't have them, so I decided not to order any more candy or food that Marty can't have. And here we have glue tape, which is awesome. Really needed something like this for a long time. Victoria sells a lot of practical items. I have bought toothbrushes, toothpaste, hand lotion, just a myriad of practical items from Victoria. And these are something very much needed. She puts these inventory numbers on her products, and when you go in, you put in the number, which is really preferred. I was at an auction the other day, and people were putting amounts in the chat before it was announced even what the item was. So I could have used this very practical item. So if you use an inventory number or a code word, then people can't do that. Especially if you're selling. This has a place where you can hang this, like in a pocket. You know, the old pocket protector people. They used to put pens and pencils in their pockets. Some people may still do that. So let me figure out how to operate this. This is something that is a little bit dangerous. Ironically, I could have opened Victoria's box much quicker if I'd had this, and it was inside the box. I've been waiting for these. They're a little bit temperamental, but once you learn them, they'll be, it'll be okay. They're inexpensive, but they're effective. You don't need a 100-year-old knife or a fancy knife to open your stuff with. So I'm going to have these about around where I have where I do my unboxings for sure. And I got 3 of them, so that way if they disappear, I have a backup. And I appreciate you, Victoria. I'm sorry about the pretzels, but I can't order any pretzels. I'm trying to go back to having a gluten-free kitchen. We've lived here for 2 years now, and I'm still, unpacking boxes. And I'm still adjusting to the kitchen having tile. It's caused a great deal of pain, but for the both of us, and I have to run in the kitchen and run out still because I still have back issues, and so it's real important that the snack food I order is gluten free. But I love your pretzels and they're delicious. It's just not fair to my household members. And that goes for the candy too. I'm going to stop ordering candy, snacks, food online that's not gluten free because it's just not fair to Marty. I ordered some lotus seeds and they're really really healthy, and they are we were ordering them 2 years ago when they weren't popular, and but they're popular now and the price has gone up. But I made a mistake. I thought all lotus seeds would be gluten free, and nope, they're not. So this what I ordered was also spicy, so it's kind of one of those things that sometimes you goof and order things you're not supposed to. But when you know something is not good for a family member, you just don't order it. And occasionally, if I'm given food, I would make an exception. But just flat out ordering it, knowing it's going to cause an unfairness in my household, I don't want to do that anymore. Honestly, don't. Sometimes I'll do that, rarely, but sometimes I'll do that at the grocery store if something's on sale that I can have for a snack. But it's a rarity. And anytime I do that, I also, like if I get pretzels at the store, I'll get gluten-free pretzels at the store, and I get them at the same time, because if I get pretzels that are not gluten-free and say, oh, I'll order or I'll get Marty gluten-free later, we never have pretzels at the same time. So if I was going to do that for cost variation, because gluten-free pretzels are, oh my gosh, they're very expensive, I would not I'm not going to do it anymore. If I get something that's glutenated, they are going to get something at the same time. And having having somebody with celiac disease in the family is you have to really plan ahead and know what you're doing. And I used to go to 5 different grocery stores. Marty was diagnosed in 2006, and back then there wasn't hardly any processed food available. And from what I read, I went ahead and as somewhat slowly changed out my dishes. And because if you have something that's plastic, this is more porous than glass. So any Rubbermaid I had, it went out the door to the Goodwill almost immediately. And then I had some steel pans that went out. And then Tupperware, unless it had been holding things that weren't glutenated. Like I'd use the same container for sugar. Sugar doesn't have gluten in it, so I didn't have to make that Tupperware container to go out the door. But the Tupperware container that held flour in it went out the door. So I changed out lids and did various things. I eventually changed out all my dishes except for the china that was rarely used, and the Blue Willow collection, some of which, well, one plate had come from my grandmother. So it, our bowl. So I slowly changed those things out because, well, price. But we lost a lot of weight that year because, you know, it was just very hard to find anything other than meat, vegetables, raw vegetables, whole foods, you know, fruits that were gluten-free. You know, that's all we had, and I had to be cautious about where I bought those things from. So, because if you set a sack of flour, or set a stack of sacks of flour next to apples, the flour dust gets on the apples. So even with something that's completely and totally gluten-free, you have to make sure that it's in an environment that does not have gluten particles floating around in it. That's why a lot of times things will be completely gluten-free, but they'll have a warning on it that says made in a facility that also manufactures wheat. And sometimes they'll have nuts. They'll have a list of allergens that they also produce those products in their facility, because people with celiac disease, they don't just have gluten intolerance. They don't just have an allergy. It's a medical condition, and they are typically, it varies from person to person, very sensitive compared to somebody with just a sensitivity or an allergy. And people with allergies vary too, but celiac disease is different. I don't know if there's a equivalent condition for people. I know people have peanut sensitivity, and to the point, or peanut allergy, to the point where their throat closes up and they can't breathe. You know, they go into anaphylactic shock. But I don't know if there is a medical condition name for if there's a peanut allergy disease like there is gluten. It'd be interesting to know. But I just can't do that tomorrow and have all these snacky foods around. Like, we have these left, and they are gluten-free. So the snacks are going to stop. And, you know, we all have to do what we need to do for our families. Okay. I think I'm going to use this today for a gift. Okay, I can't get that sticker off. Okay. See if I can get this sticker off without tearing the white paper. All right, that came off. And I'll cut this corner off. Here I'm using this item. Came from one reseller. This little bag came from another reseller. This foam came from another reseller. I have them all here to recycle and reuse. And this box came from Victoria. So there we go. The tape is from Amazon. So we got a little sticky there, and that's fine. When I put the wrapping paper on it, it will stick to this better. So there we go. I've got my knives for future unboxings. I've got my glue tape, and you know, I get more and more stuff that helps me on a daily basis from resellers, including Victoria. I usually get toothbrushes, toothpaste, you know, OTC type items from Victoria. And of course, she sells the pretzels, and they are delicious. I just can't bring them home to my household. So, and, you know, she sells stuff like this. She does sell household items, mainly small household items that are very helpful. And I really recommend Victoria. She is excellent at invoicing and shipping, and she is so nice. She sings happy birthday to anyone that's in the chat that's having a birthday. She'll sing happy birthday to people that aren't even there, that their family member is there in the chat. She has sang happy birthday to Marty numerous times, and I really appreciate it, Victoria. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.